We are back. Welcome back, PSN Stores faithful. I've taken over. This is Eric, and I'm playing Submerged. Submerged is a new game that's made by all these people, Uppercut Games and Screen Australia, but that's not what you're here for. You're here for some gameplay. The opening has me. I'm this female character, and my brother, Taku, I think his name is. We drift into this sunken city, and yeah. Now I am looking for, what's it called? Supplies for him. So he's really messed up. Like underneath that bandage he has on him, there was actually okay, so the mic is on. You can hear me clearly, right? Anyways, underneath that bandage there was a deep cut, and I found that bandage, helped him out a little bit. Then I got him some water, and now I just got to get him some more supplies. This is a cool game. It's sort of like, it reminds me right off the bat of Shadow of the Colossus because you don't have much by way of weapons. There's no combat yet. I don't know if there will be, but all I have is this boat. I do have a map. Oh no, that's not the map. I do have a map that is partially uncovered. As you can see, I've already gathered a few supplies. Those boxes with the X on it. I'll go gather a big supply box, which is northwest, or northeast, sorry, and then I'll get a boat upgrade on the way. I'm the little green flashing arrow. Alright, so let's go this way. No, wait, I want to go north, right? Northeast. Where's this boat up through? Here it is. It's somewhere in here. Oh, I found some birds. So you'll notice I discover things and they go into my journal. None of it is in English. You're pretty clearly a non-English speaking tribal woman. And everything you unlock is all like tribal pictures. It's a really neat way to tell a story without using dialogue or written word. As you can see, this is quote-unquote our story. I'm guessing it's her and Taku's story. You know, they live in this house that's up on stilts, and there's a mom and a dad. And then, you know, the dad goes fishing, and he provides fish for the family. The mom goes out on a boat, there's a storm, she dies. There's a coffin where the mom was. It's kind of sad. And then he starts drinking and has the swirly thing over his head, and he doesn't eat fish anymore. He gives it to the kids. So, yeah. Then you got the city story, creatures that I've come across, and some landmarks. So it's a pretty cool world building technique that they have going on here. I don't know how I passed that boat upgrade. I'm gonna go around and try to find it. Boat upgrades are just parts floating around in the water. Not easy to spot. I do have this nifty binocular here. I can zoom in and stuff. But I don't think that will help me find the boat part. Where is this stupid boat part? I feel like I'm right on it. The last few boat parts I've seen were floating in the water, so... Alright, if I can't find it, then I'll just go do some more stuff, because this isn't the main point of the game. Alright, let's head northeast towards some package. Let's get some supplies from my bro. See if I can boost here. That's pretty sweet. As beautiful as the game is, unfortunately it shrugs every once in a while. Maybe that'll change if I explore more. I don't know. That would be an interesting gameplay mechanic. Okay, here's the main gameplay coming up. You'll notice that, oh, there's the first part, nice. Yeah, I can boost more. They cleverly mark things, like instead of just having a red mark, it's red flowers. So I know that I can dock there. More fun. Hello. Okay, here's the main gameplay going on right here. It's climbing, jumping, shimmying. What's neat about this game, the way this game deals with it, is there's no button presses here. It's all the analog stick. So if I want to jump up on something, I just run into it, and it hops me up. Also, these buildings are really big, so I'm going this way just to give us some more action, but I could easily turn around and go the other way and probably find a secret chest or something. Played like Infamous or Sly Cooper games, it's similar to that type of platform. But of course the context is a lot different. Right here I'm in a desolate world, trying to find supplies for my brother, overgrown city. Pretty neat. And there I just found another piece of the city story. Number 30, awesome. Oh, yes I can. No? Alright. I was about to comment on how easy it is to just, like, find where you're supposed to go, but apparently that's not always the case. That's okay, though. I really feel like I'm supposed to be able to get up there. No, this is just I can't stand on that one. Alright, maybe that's the way to get down. Let's try getting this one. Well, the game looks pretty good. Besides for the slight frame rate issue, it's a good looking game. The music's cool. It's all atmospheric, slow, ominous, lonely. I guess I gotta think ahead instead of just jumping. scarves on my my character here for effect, I guess. Oh, wait a sec. Did you see that? Okay, you can discover things by looking with your, whatever that thing is called, telescope, and it adds it to your map. You can usually see it glinting in the distance, then you just zoom in on it. It's pretty neat. I think it's a decent system. It's obviously gamey, but, you know, I'm playing a video game, so what do I want? Speaking of that, there is an option to turn off the heads-up display completely. So if you feel like getting immersed, you can do that. And I'll show off another feature in a minute when I get to a nicer looking spot. Right now it's nighttime. There seems to be a day-night cycle. Looks good during the day, looks good during the night. I think I prefer day. The sun reflects off of what windows are left during the day, and it looks nice and shiny. The nighttime is kind of just dark. And the game's already pretty dark. So another feature in the game is you can make a postcard, which is pretty neat. You can move the camera around and, you know, bring it up, down, and I can frame it like this with the tree and the building there. And how do I take a picture? Oh, duh, I can use my share. Oh. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Oh, it also does this from time to time, where it changes the camera to fixed view. The controls are fun in these instances. I thought it would be kind of off-putting, but it's not at all. Like, it's fine. I see there's a little thing there, and I kind of want to get it. Drops for you. Here we go. Alright, so I found some medical supplies. I don't know if this is the one that I was going after then. Who cares? Got it. You get a little Legend of Zelda chest opening animation, and then it'll swap me back to my bro. Oh, I was looking for something to feed him with. I guess I found some eFoods Direct. Just add water. The loading the only thing I wish wasn't there, or was at least masked. The Colossus when you beat the Colossus. Oh, hey. Mutant dudes. Or ladies. Like I was saying, in Shadow of the Colossus, when you kill a Colossus, it does transport you back to the temple, but you get like a nice animation and no loading screen. This boots you to a kind of annoying loading screen. This happens every time you get supplies, you unlock more of the story. Ah, look at this. Oh, snap. Look. Oh, she's got a lot of sediment on her. Oh no. What's happening?
Pigs everywhere. Needs to fix.
Surely translates that. No, every time I need to get something for him, it tells me exactly what I need to get. That's interesting. Let's see. Where am I going? Maybe something over here? I'll just boat around a little bit. Maybe head toward, looks like there's a bunch of parts in the east. Looks like the sun's rising. Got a whale over here. See if there's anything good up there. It's not a great vantage point, but sometimes it'll unlock something. Yeah. Let's go get that. I've never played Wind Waker, but I imagine this is a lot better water travel system. Hey, that's awesome. That's pretty fast. So imagine like all the dead drops in Infamous as a game. I guess it's pretty sick. Right, and if I drop the HUD, if I get rid of that HUD, well, I thought I got rid of the HUD. Oh, I have to apply the options. Okay. If I get rid of the HUD, then it's a cool little picture there, right? rocky surface that I can climb. Oh, there it is. Hey, got myself some stuff. Volcano. I haven't seen any evidence decidedly yet for the fact that this might be a game about climate change, but who knows? I still got time. It's cool, you can't tell if the game is set in the past or the future. Ah, first part. See what's on that big building over there. Let me see if I can find one. Finish this segment of the live stream show. We got an M++ code coming up soon. Oh yeah, that usually signals some medical supplies, so I'm gonna go over there. Oh yeah, M++ code coming up. So when I sign off, Curtis will drop it in the chat. So get your loot fingers ready. Let's see up here. What's pretty neat is it seems like you can discover things in whatever order you want. So this is like the third or fourth huge building I'm discovering. This could be the last building that someone else discovered. So I like that aspect about it. And the architecture isn't too unreal. You know, if you look at buildings, you can see ledges everywhere. This is Submerged. It's a game by Uppercut Studios, I believe. And yeah, it's sort of a mix between Shadow of the Colossus and Wind Waker. Except there's no fighting. So none of the fighting that you can be found in Shadow of the Colossus. Curtis, can I get a price check on Submerged? It's 15. just have like, top of the building, and then you can just swing down. So yeah, basically I am this female tribal type woman looking for supplies for my brother because he is injured. With plus discount, and that price point is a good time for me to plug the PSN Stores podcast, where we talk a whole lot how $20 is the new 15. We see a bunch of indie games nowadays bumping up to 20 bucks. Is that a good thing, a bad thing? You gotta listen in to find out. So I had to make a decision there to down right or up here. I went up because I think it's closer to the supplies, but if I, oh, no, okay, get back up. If I went that way, I probably would have found something else. So there's some replay value there in the fact that you can rescale buildings and stuff. Here's another piece of the city story. So far it looks like storms. Birds kill everyone, more storms, lightning, plants, the happening, city of plants. I can't tell what happens at the end. Galaxy on Vita. That would be Curtis's question to answer. Yeah. It's interesting talking to developers about the Vita and about Vita versions of their games. Some of them say that it's a cheap console to work with, but more often we hear that the Vita is not nearly as powerful as smartphones nowadays, so you know, why develop for it? That being said, Severed from Drinkbox Studios is coming out sometime. Almost dropped some inside information. Severed by Drinkbox Studios is a game that is going to release ever, and it looks really cool. There's these parts where you can't really fall off, it just does that for effect. Oh, I'll see, I have to go all the way back. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say that the Vita's dead, and I wouldn't say that there are no games for the Vita, because there are games for the Vita. At the very least, there's, you know, you can play all your PlayStation 1 games on the Vita. Isn't Danganronpa on sale this week? I think I read something like that. It'd be really cool if they had like an online fantasy game with stars on PlayStation Vita. That would be super sweet. If like you could be in the stars in a fantasy universe online, playing with other people. Oh, I got insect repellent. Nice. That's a good thing for the people to have put into a medical box. What's up? Okay, that about does it for my half hour. Oh, look at this, see? These dudes are showing up nowadays. They're watching me. Like the guys in Prometheus. The engineer. Oh, she can't fall asleep sitting up anymore. Oh man, the dad is who injured the kid. That's crazy, the dad stabbed him. Man. This is an early call, and also probably incorrect one. But I think this is the prequel to Guerrilla Games, the new game. The dinosaur hunting game. Oh, the robot dinosaur hunting game. I'll make a postcard here. Alright, and with that, that'll do it for my part of the stream. You know who we are, you know where you can find us. Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, the internet. Alright, I think Colin's going to pick it back up in a minute. Stay in chat for the N++ code. That's a game with a lot of wall jumping in it. So, yeah, Colin's going to pick it up with the game. So enjoy that. Fellas and ladies, thanks for stopping by.